G'day there ladies and gents of the internet, I am the Braveheart Aussie and welcome to a journey in world building. Today's video represents something new and different for the channel and for the project. As per my January 2024 State of the Project video, I've decided we are now in a good place to move to phase 2 of the Dark Diaspora project and do some deep dives into settings. So this is the first of 3 videos that will cover off on different aspects of our first setting, that of the planet of Somyaji. The planet won the poll from several weeks ago now on my YouTube channel, so if you'd like to be part of the process of selecting our next setting in for February, make sure you subscribe. In today's video, we're going to be focusing on the technical attributes and key facts about Somyaji. Next time we'll be looking at the people and the economy of the planet, before turning our attention to the terrors and grimdark elements of the world. Also, a quick couple of things before we get started with this week's video. I'm going to be doing this video and developing the worlds and settings of the Dark Diaspora using World Anvil as something of an organizational tool for the content. This will help keep my head straight as I pull together the different elements of the many worlds in our universe. Secondly, I'll be drawing upon and updating content in the Somyaji lore card, which I published on my YouTube channel a few weeks ago. It's already been produced in draft, but I'll be updating this in coming weeks to reflect the somewhat iterative process we're currently going through with the settings. So let's jump into key facts about the planet of Somyaji. Somyaji is the second planet in the star system. For ease, I'm calling all systems with major planets the same name as the planet itself, rather than after its star, so this is the Somyaji system. That makes the planet Somyaji Prime. The system has a total of 6 planets, including Somyaji itself, with 2 Mercury analogues called Saturnia and Xenon, a Jovian analogue called Vikaik, and 2 Neptunian or ice planets called Chaitanya and Iphis. There is also a large asteroid belt between Somyaji and Vikaik. The system is located in the galactic northeast of Old Sol, meaning it is closer to the center of galaxy than us here on Earth. It's actually one of the most distant planets in the diaspora from that of Sol, that was located in the center of one of the most densely populated parts of the roughly spheroid part of the galaxy that humanity calls home. Somyaji itself is a terrestrial planet with a nitrogen-oxygen atmosphere. Its star, Cassilis, has a luminosity 10% higher than that of Old Sol, though as this is offset to an extent by Somyaji being 10% further out in its orbit compared to Earth. This places the planet squarely in the center of its Goldilocks zone. It is also in possession of a large natural satellite called Ruby, which is a dull brown and red regolith satellite not dissimilar to that of Mars. It's slightly larger and slightly closer to Somyaji than the Moon is to Earth, resulting in more extensive tides and coastal inundation and flooding. The high level of oxygen, coupled with the lack of major toxins or other detrimental elements in the atmosphere, means that it is habitable without the need for aids or enclosed habitats. In fact, from orbit, it's a stunning marble of greens and blues that cause onlookers to gaze upon it with great longing. The planet in itself is a second Earth, albeit a primordial one. It has a single large Pangaea-style megacontinent called Kaldora that covers about 40% of the planet's surface and extends north and south into tropical regions and beyond. There are no polar continents, though there are smaller ice caps on both poles. The equatorial nature of the continent means it's generally a warm and humid climate, with only the highest peaks of towering mountain ranges that sneak across the land experiencing snow or otherwise cold conditions. The oxygen signature of the planet's atmosphere made Somyaji a strong initial candidate for colonization during the scattering. The planet was confirmed to host life, but the decision was made in the desperation of the early days of the scattering for colonists to make their way to the planet anyway, rather than preserve the integrity of the planet's unique biosphere. Somyaji is filled with life, with both its oceans and land enveloped by hundreds and thousands of different plant analog species. Kaldora is completely covered by a thick untamed jungle, with lower gravity allowing trees to grow much taller here than on Earth. The jungle canopy they create is extremely dense, casting the undergrowth into a perpetual shadow, broken only by the occasional stray beam of light. The jungle is humid and damp, with an almost swamp-like conditions in many parts of the world. This and the gloomy nature of the environment represents a perfect setting for numerous carnivorous species of insect analogues, some the size of small vehicles, to hunt their favourite prey, that of humans. The planet has a very small and a very marginal axial tilt, meaning there is limited seasonal variation and almost none in the equatorial zones. The only part of Kaldora not covered by jungles is the highest peaks of the main mountain range that crisscrosses the continent. The results of ancient tectonic shifts, the range is expansive and the towers high into the sky. However, there are only a handful of peaks that rise above the tree line, and their light grey rock terrain contrasts heavily with the sea of green below. These heights are the increasing focus of settlement, offering residents comparative safety from the dangers of the jungle below, where being stationary for too long is tantamount to a death sentence. These peaks are colder, or more temperate than the jungles below, and have a limited flat land, resulting in interesting and unique designs and development solutions for the urban settings. Outside of Kaldora, there is limited other land. There are 3 sets of reasonably sized island chains, similar to small Pacific islands on Earth. These are mostly home to the more ocean-based residents, and act as ports and homes in the vast sea. The ocean itself is referred to as the Eversea, and is one of the largest contiguous oceans in the diaspora, second only to the ocean world of Ozovan. It is filled with monstrous sea creatures and massive fish analogues, including those that are similar to ancient legends of Earth. Southern and northern oceans, particularly those around the poles, are subject to almost constant violent storms and winds, and are off limits to all but the most foolhardy of ship captains or fleets. The weather of Kaldora is heavily influenced by the continent itself and its topography, though large cyclones and hurricanes, driven by incredibly powerful Coriolis effects, will constantly batter the north and south of the continent, particularly during the quote-unquote summer months. And that's where we're going to leave this video here today. There's obviously a lot more to talk about, but a number of the key facts that I'd like to discuss start to dovetail really neatly with the demography or the economy of the world, or start to lean into more of the fauna and flora that are very heavily linked to the terrors and grimdark elements of this world. If you're really liking this new concept as we dive into the settings, make sure you drop a comment below and hit a like button on this video. Also subscribe if you're new to the channel so you can follow these new videos as they drop. Finally, go and check out the lore card, which I'm going to post with this video. And if you'd like to be part of the giveaway for one of these lore cards, go and subscribe to the channel and visit the Discord so you can be eligible to be part of the giveaway. But that is it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and may the journey continue.